for my cheesy, bald-headed. It's time for drop and swap. We dropping and we swapping. Hey, we dropping and we swapping for your health. Welcome to Drop and Swap episode 1, where we get into the things you need to drop, the things you need to swap. Today's episode, chips. We're trying to find chips that aren't just gonna go straight to your hips, you feel me? Honestly, it's not even about what's going to your hips, because, you know, Shakira said hips don't lie. And who are we to question the word of Shakira? It's not about going to your hips. It's about inflammation. It's about avoiding artificial ingredients. It's about feeling good. I'm here to tell you what chips are not gonna have you feeling like chip. You keeping it PG. We're trying to be able to still indulge without so much suffering, you know? That's how you just eat a handful, eating serving size. We all know that's not gonna happen. We all know once you crack open that bag of chips, they're going to be gone. We got to find healthy alternatives for the things that we love. And that's what this series, Drop and Swap, is all about. Because if you don't have healthy alternatives for the things that you enjoy, that bring you a glimmer of light and happiness in this cruel world, you're not gonna be able to maintain your health goals. I'm just telling you right now. Okay, I love me some food. I can't just go and be like that dude from Love is Blind, drinking shredded chicken and freaking lemon electrolytes. I'm not that girl. No, I like food. If you're here, you probably like food too. So without further ado, let's get into our swap and drop. For my classic chip lovers, we're dropping Lay's and we're swapping for T.H.E and Boulder. For my barbecue people, again, no Lay's, no Utz. We're swapping for T.H.E Chipotle Barbecue and Vienna Veggie Crisps Hawaiian Barbecue. For my fellow hot chip fiends, we really need to drop Takis and Hot Cheetos. Those need to go. Instead, we're swapping for T.H.E Fuego Puffs and chips. And if you really love Takis, Trader Joe's got some Takis for you. They're not perfect, but they're better. For my sour cream and onion, sour cream and cheddar people, T.H.E got a sour cream and onion. Boulder got a sour cream and cheddar. For salt and vinegar chips, my little tangy lovers, my little T.H.E and Boulder got something for you. Last but not least, for my cheese puff loving community, we got T.H.E Puffs, boom. Lesser Evil, boom. Boulder Canyon Poppers, boom, boom, boom. At the end of the day, all chips are highly processed, so we gotta moderate our intake of these in general. It's better to just eat not chips. But realistically speaking, you just have those times you just crave some chips. So we gotta have our options available. Now, when it comes to healthier chip alternatives, these are the things that I look for. One, I'm looking at the oil it's made in. Now, I know you've heard a lot of mixed hoopla out here about these oils and fats and everything, and I'm gonna do a whole video breaking that down. The long story short is, when it comes to the chips, I'm looking for avocado and olive oil, because those ones typically don't sit as heavy and mess me up as bad. And on average, brands that are using those care more about quality because it's more expensive for them. The basic reasoning is that we in Western society, modern society, eat way too many omega-6s and don't balance it out enough with omega-3s, and this can contribute to inflammation. A lot of these oils, these cheaper oils they're using to fry stuff, for example, sunflower oil in particular, are dramatically high in omega-6s. Things like olive oil and avocado oil have dramatically less. They still have some, but it's definitely less. I'm gonna do a whole video. It's a very intricate, complex topic, and they don't fully understand everything involved with it yet. But I'm gonna be real with you, even off of just personal experience, when I eat chips made with those oils versus the other ones, I feel the difference. I can eat a whole bag of T.H.E Fuego chips, and I mean, I'll still feel like I ate too much, but it does not feel quite the same level of like greasiness, nausea, and just like, ugh. So that's one thing I look for. The other thing I look for is just ingredient simplicity and how many organic ingredients they're using. I've yet to find a potato chip that's using organic potatoes, to be real with you. Brands like T.H.E and Lesser Evil tend to use a lot more organic ingredients in their chip outside of the potato part. So those ones are definitely very nice if you're trying to minimize pesticides and all that. Boulder Canyon and Vienna don't really use as many organic ingredients, but overall their ingredients are relatively simple, which I appreciate. The other main thing I look at that's very important is not using artificial flavorings and artificial colorings, because those can definitely have negative health effects off the simple fact that they're not really food. They're not really things that are made for our bodies to consume. And they're banned in a lot of countries. That's the long story short of why we should avoid those. All of the brands that I go for do not contain those. They do have natural flavorings, which is still not like probably ideal because you can't really tell what exactly that is, but it's still better than artificial. One other thing I look at is nutritional density. So for your average potato chip, you're not really getting much except for like starchy carbs, which you do also want to minimize in your diet. However, if you do something like a T.H.E puff, which is made with lentils, or a Vienna veggie crisp, which are made with chickpea flour, you're gonna get more nutritional density with your snacking, which is definitely beneficial overall in like maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So I kind of try to view like regular potato chips as more of like a treat, where I go for those as just my day-to-day snacking. Finally, the last thing I consider is like personal dietary preferences. So for me, I like to avoid dairy because it does not do well in my system. So that's why I tend to gravitate towards T.H.E, because T.H.E has a lot of dairy-free options that are still like cheesy flavors because they use nutritional yeast, whereas Boulder and like Lesser Evil, a lot of their cheesy options do use cheese. So that's up to individual preferences. I think my top contenders for things you absolutely should try, whether or not you're trying to be healthier, I'm absolutely obsessed with T.H.E Fuego, or Flamin' Hot chips. They go crazy. I used to be someone who would like literally demolish an entire bag of hot Cheetos in one sitting. So I really was grateful when I found those, and they were just equally as satisfying. I also am fully obsessed with the T.H.E puffs, particularly the queso flavor. That one is just fire. It's its own unique little taste. I really enjoy those. The Canyon Poppers, especially the jalapeno, crazy work, absolutely diabolical. I don't eat those as much because of the dairy, but very delicious, and I don't know about nutritious, but they're good. Also, absolutely obsessed with the salt crackled pepper flavor of the Boulder Canyon chips. It tastes like wing skin. I know that's crazy, but it's just like, and the Hawaiian barbecue Vienna, as I mentioned, they're really good. They're one of my favorite barbecue chips at this point. So yeah, I hope this video helps if you are also a chip fiend and you're looking for some good options and to be able to maintain your healthy lifestyle. Thanks for watching this video. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what drop and swap you want me to do next. I have a lot planned, a lot coming up soon. Get well, elevate, and keep being great, y'all.